What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Dudes Who Bet Daily. The brooms are out, as you saw. We swept yesterday, Bobby. Dude, it was good to get back on track after a bad start to the week, no doubt about it.
Yeah, Magic and I both yesterday. Magic's we were nervous about it and said we had to get back on track. I don't know how much money we won, but anyway, it's good to get 3 in a row.
Yeah, get 3 in a row, get back on track. Let's try to keep it going today. Let's get right to it.
Okay.
NFL action. We have some games that are pretty big. I don't know if they'll be good or not, but they are big games. Let's start with this one. Buccaneers and the Packers. Huge playoff implications here. Packers 3.5-point favorites here in Green Bay. Total 41.5. Where are you going?
Well, I went 3-0 in the NFL yesterday. That's amazing for me. Absolutely amazing. I know I'm rooting for the Bucs. Huge game for the Buccaneers today. I think it's a toss-up game. I think 3.5 is too many. I don't think Green Bay's that good. Will Tampa be able to go up there and win a game on the road that they desperately need? I think they win the division if they win this game. I'm going Tampa plus 3.5.
I'm going Tampa plus 3.5. We're on it together. And yeah, yesterday was a very good day for the NFL, and hopefully that continues today. Tough games, I thought, today. Yesterday, we talked about it on our show. I know you guys talked about it yesterday. Curtis games we kind of liked. Today, I think it is tougher. I'm going to go with the Buccaneers as well here. I think with the plus 3.5, they're the ones. So I'm going to go Buccaneers. All right, Cowboys, Bills. Man, we talked about this game a lot. What an awkward game this one kind of is. You believe in the Bills? Are the Cowboys one of the top teams in the league? If they are, they're probably going to go up to Buffalo and win today. Buffalo's desperate. They're 2.5-point favorites at home. Who you got?
You know, a lot of people I follow, a lot of people I kind of look at before I make my picks. Everybody's picking Buffalo. Everybody. There's only one or two. They're sticking with Dallas. And the reasoning is good. They are desperate. The Bills are. Dallas is coming off a huge win against Philly. Dallas isn't very reliable in games like this. But I think everybody's forgetting something. Buffalo's not very good. They should have lost last week. They got pretty lucky to win.
Absolutely.
Yes, great win. But how reliable are the Bills? I'm going Dallas. I think they're going to win. If they play a good game, they're going to kick their butts, I think.
See, my theory is what you just said. I get the Bills are desperate. They need a win. They're coming off a win against Kansas City. Beating Kansas City this year does not mean what it meant last year, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. It just doesn't. I mean, a lot of teams have beaten the Chiefs this year, including the Packers, and it's not like they went on to be great. So I'm with you. I went with Dallas as well. I think they're the better team.
Yeah.
It is a spot.
Team's desperate. Just because a team's desperate doesn't mean they're going to win.
The one thing, it is a spot where Dallas usually loses, right?
It is, and I acknowledge that. I do.
Are they different this year? This will be a good test today.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if the Bills win. Not at all.
Yeah.
But if Dallas plays their game, the Bills aren't going to beat them.
I agree.
I don't think they are. And I just don't think Buffalo. By the way, the Chiefs have the same record as the Cleveland Browns.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. Well, and John White is here in Vegas with us. He went 3-0 yesterday in the NFL as well. And by the way, he went 3-0 because he took the Colts. Because why? He watches this show. And the first thing he says to me, he watched the show. He comes back and he said, let me tell you something. Papa Dude's on the Colts. I'm on the Colts. He went up and bet $300 on the Colts to win yesterday because of you. And he's in a sports book yelling, Papa Dude, every time the Colts score. So that was really something hilarious. So anyway, I'm with you. And the story I was getting with John, he was talking about the Chiefs, and he said, in normal years, that's a spot where you play the Chiefs. They're much better than the Patriots. So he said, I don't trust the Chiefs to cover 7.5 against anybody. Yeah. So if we're saying that about the Chiefs, are we really that impressed that the Bills went in there and won? No. So I'm with you. We're going Dallas, so we're on the same team as well. Yeah. All right, Ravens-Jaguars to end it tonight. Another good game. We had a long discussion about Trevor Lawrence and how, man, that injury, I know he came back from it, but that's got to be bothering him. That is not an easy injury to come back from. That's why I think, the other reason the Ravens are very good. The Ravens 3.5-point favorites against the Jags tonight in Jacksonville.
Yeah, you got to applaud Trevor Lawrence for playing through that. Guy's
Yeah,
tough. He's
yeah.
tough, and a lot of guys would be sitting this out. He's not. Huge game for Jacksonville.
Mhm,
If they lose, they're tied for the division lead with Indy.
mhm.
And who would have thought that a month ago? So
Yeah.
they're struggling. I think we could say this about Baltimore. Aren't these the kind of games they lose sometimes too?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
They're
Absolutely.
not
Yes.
real.
Yes.
I have more faith in Dallas than I do the Ravens right now.
This is a spot the Ravens usually choke. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
they could have lost last week
Very
at
much so.
home
Mhm.
against the Rams, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and I
Yep.
think the Jaguars are better than the Rams, and they're on the road.
Yep.
I'm going to think the Jags plus 3.5. If I'm doing money line, I'm going to take Baltimore though.
Yeah, I think the Jags plus 3.5 makes a little bit of sense. Yeah, I agree with that. I don't know that I wanted to play the Jags on the money line here, but you get 3.5 points. This feels a little bit kind of like that Minnesota Cincinnati game. Like
Mhm.
you didn't really know who was going to win. You just felt it was going to be close, and
Yeah,
that's kind of how I feel about this one. We talked yesterday on the sports book. You can tell we were in the sports book for like 12 hours yesterday, by the way. But so we had a lot of conversations. But we talked about it, and we talk about it on the show a lot. Those key numbers, you're getting 3 versus 3.5. How big of a
yep.
difference that is. So
In the NFL, it's a bunch.
yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. Yep, yep. 3 is
There's a
definitely
lot of 3-point games in the NFL.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yep.
So yep. Well, I'll take the. Like I said, we're both on the same 3 here, so we'll
Yep.
see what happens today. So and see how it goes. All right, let's go to Oaklawn for the race of the day today. We're gonna go Oaklawn Park Race 8. I went there because the weather's just kind of weird at a lot of places. I think it'll be okay at Oaklawn today. It's an allowance for 2-year-olds going going 6 furlongs. You tell I've got that Vegas voice. Fillies are here, so the females are lined up. Big favorite in the 4 Coastal Invasion. Papa Dude, who you got in this one?
Well, I think this is a tough one, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could make a case for a bunch of them. I noticed the breeding of these horses is really good. You got the big favorite Coastal Invasion coming out of Omaha Beach.
Yep.
Uh, D. Wayne's got Saratoga Secret, an arrogant horse. Wow. You
Yep.
got a Tappet horse in the 6, Elusive Star.
Yep.
You got Palace Malice with the 9, Tortuga Island. And you got Matoli with the 3, Feisty Matoli. That's kind of an all-star cast right there. That's some pretty good horses with a lot of big wins
Yep.
in their career. The 4 is the big favorite. Only ran once. You know how I feel about that. 2-year-olds. I struggle with 2-year-olds. They're really hard to figure. Broke the maiden on the 29th of October at Churchill. Just didn't win by a bunch. I think 1.5. Only time it's run. So, I mean, I'm not going to play a 7-5 with one win under the belt. I'm not going to do it. I'm looking around here. I don't like the 1 Cheeky Gal very well. I'm kind of thinking D. Wayne may jump up today and get
Oh
one.
my gosh. All
With
right.
Saratoga Secret,
Oh
broke the maiden
Lord.
Ellis, came back with a 2nd and a grade 3. I'm a little worried about the 3rd race, so 4th and a $225,000 race at Churchill, lost by 8. That one's worrying me. So then I look at the 6, Elusive Star. Hasn't really ran at this level. Big step up. Tappet horse. Got a couple of wins.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got the 9, Tortuga Island, coming from St. Louis.
Yeah. Yeah.
But won by like 20 lengths in the 2 races, but you got to look at where the horses run. And then you got Feisty Matoli. Out of Matoli hasn't been bad. I'm going to go with the 3, Feisty Matoli.
All right, you're going to go the 8-1 shot there. Good race last time out. Finally broke the maiden. Had to go to the turf to do it, but here we are
that
back on the
worries me a
grid.
little bit.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're going to go against the 4, I get it. I get it with the 3. If you're going to bet D. Wayne, he's got Ramon Vasquez aboard. That's always a good sign. So, I mean, the horse ran pretty good twice, had a long break, came off that layoff, didn't run horrible, but not great. Comes
No.
back here off the layup. I think this horse will run better. I think the 7 is definitely playable in this
I
spot.
do too.
I like the 4 though. I think that's a really nice horse, Coastal Invasion. I was
Could be.
really impressed with that first race. I think she's going to get it done. Give me the 4, Coastal Invasion.
She's the logical pick for sure.
Yep. All right, let's go. Let's see. Let's do Magic's. Magic did phone in a best bet today. He's going to go Laurel Park, race 2, number 4, Wild Behavior. That'll be on. That's who's on top for Magic today. We're going to look. Let me see. Let me pull up what he said about this horse. There it is. It says drops in for attack for the first time since April when he dominated by over 4 lengths. He's the lone speed and then solid local connections. This horse should crush, Magic says. So Laurel Park, race 2, the number 4, Wild Behavior. We'll see if Magic can get one to pay more than $240 today. He's been pretty chalky, but he did win yesterday.
Yes, he did.
All right, Papa, did give us yours.
You know, Magic is going to these lesser tracks. I'm impressed at how he's been kind of dipping down a little bit and getting some winners. It doesn't matter where you get the winners. Of course, we like a little bit better payout. But anyway,
yes.
I'm going to the hardwood. The Missouri Tigers today take on Seton Hall in Kansas City. So they're not on their home court, but it just as well be. There will be all Missouri at the game today. Not very far from the campus in Columbia. I think Missouri is better than Seton Hall, and I like the 2 points. I think they cover that. So I'm going to go with the Tigers to get a big non-conference win over a decent Seton Hall team, but not a great one.
All right, break down Seton Hall for me. Are they any good?
No, they're middle
not.
of the road, Big East.
Okay.
Could they win games in some other conferences? Yes, but they're not going to do that well in the Big East. The Big East is pretty tough. So they're kind of a middle of the road Big East team. Missouri is middle to upper part of the SEC, depending on how they progress. I just think Missouri's better. The last time out, they went to Kansas. They played the Jayhawks extremely well. By the way, the Jayhawks will be number 1 in the nation this week, I think, after yesterday with Arizona getting beat. And what an impressive performance by Kansas. You probably weren't watching any of it.
Oh, yeah, we were watching that game.
Okay.
Yes, they got way behind. Yeah.
They got way behind at Indiana, and it came back to win. That's not easy. They are good. Kansas is good. Missouri played them to win 7 or 8 in Lawrence last weekend. I think Missouri's getting ready to get going. They've got talent, and they're pretty tough anyway. I think they win. I like the -2 a lot in this one.
All right. Well, I'll bet it. You broke it down there, so I'll take Missouri today minus the 2.
By the way, before we get off here, did you get to watch any of OU last night?
No, did not watch that. No.
I'm telling you, I'm starting to get excited.
Well, now to this point, it's the biggest OU basketball game in a long time coming up this week.
I think they're going to win if they play. North Carolina is not that good.
Kentucky beat North Carolina yesterday. So Kentucky beat them yesterday. Beat North Carolina.
Kentucky did, yes.
Yep.
And I'm telling you, Green Bay's not very good. I'll give you that. But Oklahoma can shut you down.
They can guard. Yep.
They have depth. If they shoot, now they didn't shoot good last night. And that's why the game was close for a while.
Yeah.
Then they went to a press and they just completely demolished a team when they weren't shooting well. They did not shoot the ball well. Listen, they have talent. They're good. I don't know if they think they can go up there and win. That'll be the key.
Yeah. That's going to be a hell of a game. Is that Wednesday or Thursday? I say we'll probably cover that
Wednesday.
game.
I think it's Wednesday.
Okay. Well, we won't cover it then if it's Wednesday. But we'll talk about it on the Thursday show for sure.
I don't think it's Thursday. I don't think it's Thursday.
Okay. In terms of OU basketball, this is a big one for us. Even if North Carolina's not that good, this is a big one for us.
Oh, this will put you. They go up there and beat them. It's like our coach, Porter Moser, said after the game last night. He goes, well, he said, it's at a neutral site, but it's in North Carolina, so it's not a neutral site. So he goes, this is a road game for us, and it's a big one. If they win the game,
if they win the game, they're going to have an undefeated non-conference season.
Yeah, unless they slip up.
Yeah. I mean,
because they got
that's
2 rinky-dink games after Christmas at
Yeah.
home. They could be, let's see, 13-0 going in,
Yep.
and they may not have a 500 record in the Big 12.
Yep, I know.
And the other thing is, I've got my Blues shirt. I don't know if you watched any of that last night.
Yep.
It looks like a brand new hockey team.
Yep.
They were that happens sometimes when you make a coaching change for a week or two, your team gets a jump and they play better.
Yep.
I didn't even recognize that team last night.
We didn't either. I was with Somich, and he's just like, I don't know who they are right now.
Waiting for. They were
Yeah.
all over the place last night.
Yep.
And they beat a really good Dallas team.
They just needed a wake-up call. So,
well, let's hope. I mean, like I say, we see this a lot of times. When you make a coaching change, you get a little boost there for a while.
Yep, for sure. All right. Well, speaking of hockey, I went away from horse racing today because I'm going to a hockey game tonight. So I've got to play the game. All right, we're gonna go money line parlay here. Golden Knights and the 49ers. John's playing the 49ers. I said, all right, I'll put them in the parlay here with the Golden Knights. Tonight, we're all going to the game. The Golden Knights play the Ottawa Senators. It's going to be a hell of a lot of fun. Puck drop is at 7 Central Time, 5 Pacific Time. So
that's good.
I was shocked to expect. Yeah, it is because I have an early flight Monday. But I was shocked. The Golden Knights, if you just want to play them regular or just without a parlay, they're minus 185. I thought that was a pretty good price on them, really.
Yes.
So I'm going to go the sports route, even though I probably shouldn't. I've been doing great since I moved back to horses for this show. But, yeah, listen, I always like to make a wager on the game you're going to when it's two teams that there aren't your teams. Like, I'm not going to watch the Blues tonight. So a little extra rooting interest here for the Knights. It's going to be pretty exciting. They played here Friday night.
They laid an egg.
What's that?
They laid an egg and
laid an egg
Friday night.
You know, we're here at the Mandalay Bay, which is about 3 blocks from the stadium, and Vegas Golden Knight jerseys everywhere at this place. It was unbelievable. So I think the atmosphere is going to be awesome. Can't wait for it. Senators are a fun team. They're a fun team to watch. I don't think they're going to come in here and win tonight, though. So I got Vegas and the 49ers there in the parlay. I thought minus 115 was fair enough for that parlay.
So. Listen, if you don't get that one home. But see, the other night I had who the heck did the Senators play? Dallas. Yeah. I had Dallas and Vegas. I think that was Friday night. It was Dallas and Vegas, and Dallas got behind against Ottawa and made a rally and won in the third period. So I sweated that one out, and then Vegas was playing Buffalo. Yep. And I thought, I got this, baby. I didn't watch it. I just went to bed.
Buffalo beat the shit out of them.
They beat the crap out of them. So you just never know. I got Vegas in a parlay as well tonight because early this morning it was minus 177.
It's nuts.
With Ottawa, I don't get it.
I told John, I said, when I'm going down to the sportsbook after we're done here, I said, we're going to sit down and we're going to research everywhere we can research. Is there some kind of injury we don't know about? Because we've been texting, and it opened at minus 200, and I said, let's just see what it does here. Yeah. And then this morning, first text I sent, I'm like, it's minus 180 now. It's like, what's going on? So I don't know. I'm going to do some research when we come down. But look, I have researched the game before coming on the air. I can't find anything to make that line be that. So
I don't either, unless it's because they lost to Buffalo. I don't know.
Well, I think that helps, and I think the Senators have lost a few in a row, and I think that helps. That they think, well, that they're due to win, basically. So we'll see what happens. But
it is hockey.
Well, it is hockey, and that's the other thing as well. Yeah, JL, I'm out in Vegas, not a whole lot, but enough, and they've never been at home. They've never been at home that when it works out. This year they were. We got one guy's never been to a hockey game, so he is super excited, and it's going to be a good time tonight. Big group of 7 of us going, so it'll be a lot of fun for sure. All right, here's the picks for the day. We'll get you out of here. I'm going to go the Golden Knights 49ers in the parlay here. I wrote that wrong. It's minus 115, not minus 110. You gotta excuse me, still a little tired today. Maggie's going to go with Laurel Park race 2, number 4, Wild Behavior. And then Papa Dude's going to go with Missouri minus 2 to round us out. We're 4-3, but we're still down $65 for the week because of that darn Magic playing all that shock. But We're still up 8-10 for the year. We need a 2-in-1 day to get back in the positive for the week. So we'll see if we can get it done. All right, Papa Dude, any final thoughts before we get off?
Nope. Have a great time talking game.
I think we're going to. Yeah,
I'm sure you will.
We do need to drink a little bit of water. No, listen, Shotty, last night, very calm night. We met up with Mike Somich at a nice place close to Fremont Street. Heather had never been to Fremont Street. She got to see that, and that is something you should see once for sure. So that was a good time. Friday night got us a little bit. So here's what happened. The rodeo, the National Rodeo Finals are in town. Every cowgirl and cowboy in the world is here, and it is nuts. Like, the atmosphere is crazy. We walked in, I was like, I feel like I'm in Missouri right now. There's so many cowboy hats and people dressed in Western clothes and stuff. So everybody out here, it's a great vibe. Everybody's having a blast. Because a lot of these people, it's like, hey, we come out once a year and it's for this. And anyway, they're having fun. But last night we took it easy with Somich. It was good to see him. We went and played the Sigma Derby that if you watch the Magic Mike show, we talked about it. Oh, my God, that is a fun game. We had a great time putting quarters in the machine and betting quinellas on 5-horse races with the little figurine horses running around the track. It was hilarious. But anyway, that's it. We're going to get off here. We will be back Thursday. We'll be back on Thursday for this show. Thanks, everybody, for watching today. Everybody have a good rest of your Sunday, and we'll see you next week.